Hey guys, Cheri from The Watering Mouth here, back with another video that concerns the Eat to Live Nutritarian diet. The question is, how much water should I be drinking? I get this question a lot. I see it a lot in different communities. I see it on Facebook and YouTube, and everyone sort of coming into this diet wants to know the answer to this. So if you find this information useful, please share this video because I think it's a real good basic question that lots of people would maybe want to know the answer to. So make sure you share it. Other thing about this video is it has a cheat sheet attached to it, like always with my videos here. So if you want to have this information for reference, I create cheat sheets with my videos, and you're going to be able to download this if you sign up at thewateringmouth.com/cheat sheets. You'll also get access to all the other cheat sheets I've done in the past, as well as cheat sheets in the future as well. There's tons of recipes in there, tons of really great information, tips and tricks, and all this kind of stuff. So make sure you sign up for the cheat sheet, download it, print it out, have it available with the rest of your cheat sheets, and this way you can kind of review on a regular basis and keep this information fresh. Okay, so share it, sign up for the cheat sheets. Let's talk about the answer now. So how much water should I drink? I want to first say that we are referencing the Eat to Live Nutritarian diet here. I'm not talking about standard American dieters, so we'll get into that in a second. Eat to Live is a high nutrient, whole foods, plant-based type lifestyle. So it's eating lots of vegetables, lots of fruits, grains, nuts and seeds, beans, these wonderful kind of whole unprocessed plant foods, right? When we eat a diet like this, we're automatically taking in a ton of water. Have you ever seen the inside of a watermelon? Have you ever seen the inside of a cucumber? These foods have tons of water. You might not even think of some of the water that's available in these foods. Like if you were to cook some mushrooms in a pan over medium-high heat for 4 or 5 minutes, they're gonna start to give off a ton of water. It's that water is already in there. It's just there all the time. It's how these foods make themselves and grow and continue to survive. They have to have water, right? So Eat to Live is all about these wonderful high water containing foods. Standard American diet is all about processed foods that don't have water in them anymore. They've either been, dried and ground up into flours or sugars. So you're not going to get a ton of water naturally anyhow. Plus, they tend to have tons and tons of salt, tons of sodium added for flavor and things like that. So not only do you not get a ton of water because they're processed, but you're going to leach a ton of water out of your body because you're eating so much sodium. Standard American dieter is eating in the range of 3,000 to 4,500 milligrams of sodium per day, and a person who's eating the Eat to Live diet, a nutritarian, whole foods, plant-based, vegan type diet, is going to be getting somewhere around 1,000 milligrams, maybe 1,500 if you have a little bit of processed food in there. But you're getting a really good natural amount of sodium just from the foods themselves, just from the whole plant foods. There is enough sodium for us to be healthy and get what we need, 700 to 1,000 milligrams per day. And when you start to add in more and more processed foods, you're just upping that amount of sodium. So the answer to the question is, you don't need that much on the Eat to Live Nutritarian diet. I'd say 2 or 3 cups per day is pretty good. This is the water cup that I use during the day, and I don't really fill it up. It's usually just 1. I usually have 1 of these per day, maybe a half if I've had a lot of, watery foods or whatever. I just kind of drink when I need, a little bit every once in a while, and by the end of the day I might get through half of this or this whole thing. This is a 30-ish ounce container, and then overnight I'll drink a little bit too, usually about half of this, and that's about all I take in during the day. But you have to understand that the rest of my meals are full of water because I have lots of smoothies, I do tons of salads, so it's basically like getting a ton of water anyways. And so that's the answer to the question. But I gotta give a little caveat here, right? So if you are doing Eat to Live diet and you're still eating a little bit of standard American diet food, you wanna make sure that you compensate for that because you're still taking in extra sodium, added sodium, and you wanna be able to flush that out. So you're probably gonna have to have a little bit more water. Also, for somebody like me, I form kidney stones, so it's important for me to get the water, right? I need to drink a little bit more, and I need to be making sure I drink a little bit overnight. But somebody who's eating a lot more watery contained foods, for instance, and doesn't form kidney stones, you might need to have even a little bit less than I do. The point is here that we're not trying to do these crazy gallon a day type things, okay? We don't need to get that much water on this lifestyle, but you have to also keep in mind, if you're athletic or you live in a dry climate, or you live or you just sweat a lot, or you're this type of person that gets thirsty a lot, whatever that is, you have to think about yourself personally as well and make sure that you're getting enough water for you and your environment and your activity level. But if you're just a regular Eat to Live you know, maybe you don't exercise too much and you don't have a very high kind of activity level, you're gonna get plenty of water with just a few glasses a day, okay? One important thing to keep in mind too is that if you actually drink too much water, if you go way to one end, you can actually have a big risk with something called hyponatremia, which is not enough salt in your body, right? So you wanna make sure you're not having too much, and that's really important. When you switch over to this lifestyle from the standard American diet, it takes a little bit to adjust, but you don't wanna be having the same amount of water that you used to before. And then just having too much in general, like if you have too much after a meal, that sort of a thing, you can kind of dilute those digestive enzymes a little bit. You won't really take in as much of the nutrition, kind of a thing. So you don't really want to be using water in the way that we use it on the standard American diet, okay? So there's lots of little things to think about. Do what's right for your own body, but make sure you're not having too much, because too much of a good thing is just as bad as too little of a good thing, okay? So you probably shouldn't be feeling too thirsty on an Eat to Live diet, but if you are, just have some water. If you ever get thirsty, that means you're a tiny bit dehydrated. So just make sure you're drinking when you need to. You should be good, and don't overdo it. Okay, that's all I got for this question. If you have any other questions, let me know down below in the comment section. Are you the kind of person that likes to drink tons and tons of water? Is this news to you? Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Let's have a discussion like always. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. Remember, there's a cheat sheet attached with this video. You can sign up at thewateringmouth.com/cheat sheets so you can get the tidbits from this video and make sure that you can review that on a regular basis. And of course, check me out on Patreon. That's where all the cool kids hang out. It's my VIPs. Patreon.com/thewateringmouth. This is the place where I give you guys some cool exclusive content, like some coaching notes that I'm coming across with my coaching clients. So that's the best of the best kind of information on how to make this a lifestyle and keep going forever. I also give out some personal stuff, like some photos from my iPhone, some videos from my iPhone, things that are happening in my regular life. So you can check me out on Patreon, and this is a way that you can support me as well. So very importantly, to help me keep making these videos for you so I can focus and get some really good content to you, okay? Check me out on Patreon. Also, please subscribe, like, comment on my videos, and also share as well. If you find this information helpful, share it with somebody that you think would like it, or share it in a group that you're in. Tell people what it's about. Make sure lots of people are watching this stuff, and the more we spread this message, the better it's gonna be for all of us, okay? Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.